Hey guys, Dr. Matthew Hu here, physical therapist and founder of 1HP, and today I'm going to review the Iskur V2, which I believe has the best lumbar support on the market for both gamers and desk workers. I understand this is a bold statement, so I'll clarify. Overall, the chair seat is a large upgrade compared to the Iskur V1. The seat pan width at both the back and front will allow for increased comfort for more potential body types. The reduction in the angle of the flanges is also a positive change, as it can reduce the discomfort associated with those who sit in positions in which the flanges could have placed excessive pressure on that distal thigh and potentially create mild pressure sores. The reduction in foam density is also a nice upgrade, as it can better distribute weight at our sit bones, where we typically load up to 50% of our body weight. And while the higher density foam cushion was appropriate for a large part of the gaming demographic, I think the slight reduction in density will lead to more overall comfort. It will also reduce the overall likelihood or discomfort for those who may not have footrest or sit in cross-legged positions. The new lumbar support of the Iskur V2 is one of the most exciting features of the chair. With the recent upgrade, it went from providing only depth-wise adjustability to adjustability in 3 planes. It can be adjusted vertically, horizontally, and across what we call the transverse plane with its swivel mechanism. This rotational support can be very beneficial for gamers, especially with some of the most common postures and setups we see for gamers. The dynamic lumbar support also allows individuals to maintain neutral positions of the back when trunk rotation is required. This is seen really commonly in those who have a dual or triple monitor setup. Depending on the distance away from the monitors, individuals usually require some neck or trunk rotation to be able to look towards these monitor positions. This is especially true for those who have horizontal setup of all monitors. It requires more overall trunk and neck rotation to appropriately view these auxiliary screens. What we see when this happens is the following. Individuals don't end up using the backrest since they need to rotate and need the space to do so. While this may not seem like a large issue, often with repeated rotations and slight flexion, on top of general inactivity or physical inactivity, leads to some irritation of the joints of the side of the spine. With the swivel mechanism, the lumbar support can continue to maintain contact of the spine while rotating, minimizing some of that potential stress associated with rotation. The lumbopelvic support rotates with the body. Number 2, due to the backrest being rigid, the individual often overcompensates at the neck. For gamers who often sit in the rounded or slumped posture, this might lead to repeated rotation into an extended position of the lower neck joints, which can sometimes lead to pain. And this may make the Iskur V2 the ideal chair for streamers, programmers, or any gamer who might have this multi-monitor setup. Does this look familiar at all? Sitting in a figure 4 posture is extremely common in the gaming population, and is typically a posture we see gamers swap between during the course of a gaming session. In this posture, there is natural rotation of the pelvis that occurs as a result of the hip position. For a rigid lumbar support, this slight rotation is prevented, which increases the pressure on the right side of the lumbopelvic region. This can cause some discomfort due to the increased pressure of the backrest against that part of the back. Again, with that swivel mechanism of the Iskur V2 lumbar support, this rotation is supported, and that minimizes the contact pressure of the lumbar support, creating more overall comfort in these positions. Vertical adjustability is a new feature of the Iskur V2 lumbar support. This allows the curvature or firm point of contact on the lumbar support to move up and down based on the individual's unique anatomy. This is important because the natural curve of the lumbar spine will differ amongst gamers due to their individual anatomical differences. This allows for increased surface area of contact and more support for more individuals and body types, promoting more of a neutral spine position when the backrest is utilized. The adjustability can also be used to promote movement. A lower contact point on the sacrum or lower lumbar can not only act as a cue to move more during various points of the gaming session, but also provide better overall support of the lower back through pelvis-level contact. This makes the Iskur V2 the most adaptable chair on the market today, allowing the best possible support for different types of postures and movements gamers assume throughout the day. The backrest also has seen a clear upgrade with a reduction in the angle of the wings along the backrest. Instead of creating a potential rounding of the shoulders with larger individuals, it can now provide overall better support for more individuals when leaning back. With the highly adjustable and adaptable lumbar support, I'm confident that this is the best lumbar support on the market. With this and the new features of the Iskur V2, it will be one of the chairs I recommend the most to the gaming community, especially with the growing streamer and creator population.